So today we're going to take a look at Shape's new A7S II or A7R II cage system here. Now this one comes with the rod adapter or 15mm base. You can get it with just the cage alone or top handle alone. There's a lot of different options when you check out their website. Here we have the top handle, the main cage for the body, and then the 15mm base system here. And it all kind of comes together nice and neat. And it has a really cool rock solid lens adapter mount if you guys are using stuff like the Metabones, and we'll get into that and I'll show you how to install that. Now I have a lot of the pieces here already broken down. Now when you get it, it's probably not going to be broken down. You're going to have a lot of this stuff already put together, but I decided to take it apart so that we can kind of put it together and show you the different pieces of it, because you can use the cage say without the 15mm base, so you don't need this dovetail, and without the top handle and all that stuff. So anyways, we're just going to build it up and show you the features of the Shape's new A7S II or A7R II cage. All right, so here I have the Sony A7S II with the Metabones lens adapter. Now this goes right into the cage. We'll take a look at this cage here. You notice that it's cut out for the hot shoe. This right here is the lens adapter support, and it is adjustable. So depending on which lens adapter you're using, you can slide this forward and back. It does not move up and down, so it just goes forward and back, so you can align it with the tripod mount hole. You notice that this side of the frame is wide open, so your grip kind of comes in on this side. They do have a frame over here, so as you place the camera grip here, your fingers will kind of come into this contour. So I don't know if you could see the little cutouts over here, but that's where some finger placement can go, because this is on the side of the grip. You've got obviously all your locks here, HDMI, and you've got open areas for your audio slots, and they're very wide, so you don't have to worry about getting fat cables in here. You can get fat cables in here. It is a little more recessed, so you don't have to worry about using right angle adapters. You've got three kind of cold shoe dovetails up here, one in the middle, and this is typically where your top handle will go if you opt for that, and then you have one here on the side, one here on the side, and obviously a ton of mounting options all around the cage here. So in order to get your camera onto this cage, you'll notice that I've already removed the rubber doors on my A7S II. I've also removed the little strap holder because that just kind of dangles and it gets in the way. It's probably something you guys want to do before using this particular cage, especially because it's very snug. And even folding the rubber doors down here, it's going to cause a little distance. So to get this to fit perfectly, you probably want to remove your rubber doors as well as the little strap wing that attaches on this side of the camera. Outside of that, we're just going to drop it in. Now you notice I was able to drop it in with the Metabones adapter here. And then we've got our support the Metabones adapter. So let's get the the camera mounted first. There you go. So very quick, very simple. And so to get your camera out, it's just as fast. You just have to take out that one screw and the whole camera slides out, even if you have your Metabones adapter, unless you've locked it down. So to lock down your Metabones adapter, you have this little little sliding piece here, and then you line that up with the tripod hole of the adapter. And once you have that, your camera is rock solid. I mean, it feels really good to have no play on your lens adapter or your lens or in the camera body. So this comes in really handy. Obviously, if you're not using an adapter, a lens adapter, you could just take this piece off. This is not necessary, but we're going to add this on. All right, again, just as quickly we were able to lock in our lens mount. So now we have a very rock solid camera system here. So this is great for cinema. You guys do a lot of work with big lenses and stuff, and you're always using these adapters. This is really gonna make it rock solid. We have this other dovetail here, this little like quick release. This actually will attach to the cage and allow you to use the 15 mil base system here. So you can get your cage on and off your 15 mil base very quickly. And if you're not using the 15 mil base at this point, you can just use a QR plate here at the base of the cage. So if you're using your Manfrotto QR plates, you can mount it directly to this cage, and that's it. You've got a very, very sturdy cage system here, and that is one of the options you can get. Now we're going to install this QR base here because we do want to use our base 15 mil base system. So just 2 screws. That's it. So we've got the little QR plate for their base system installed onto the cage. Now you do notice there's a slot in here, so you could still access the camera screw if you want to take your camera out, and you could still access your Metabones lens adapter mount up here. So even with this quick release plate on here, you could still get your camera in and out by just taking out those 2 screws. You still have full access to that. But let's go ahead and put on the base. So it just drops and slides in here, just like that. And to release the camera system, they've got this lever here. So you pull this lever back and then the whole cage comes off. So this is really handy if you've got your rig built up with all kinds of stuff, a matte box, follow focus, and lens supports, and you know, all your stuff that's mounted typically to the rail. You can get your cage off of it really quickly. That's great if you want to run with the camera handheld, or if you're just kind of breaking down or even setting up. It's very fast. So you just drop it in here, locks in place. So we'll install their 15 mil rods. Shape makes really, really nice 15 mil rods. If you've ever used them before, there's something unique about the way they make it. It's very, very lightweight. They've got tapered ends here, so it just goes in very easily. And then you only have this one clamp here to get both rods off. So this one clamp will actually tighten up both sides. So again, very easy to set up and break down. Just this one clamp here out of the way. Now we've got Shape's patented push button repositioning top handle here. So they use this for a lot of their rigs, anywhere from like handles, and here we have a top handle. But you can find this in a lot of different Shape parts. It's really cool because you can just push this button, reposition it, and it just drops down. And then in the middle here, you've got kind of like a lot of teeth, sort of like a rosette. So it locks in solid by just pushing it down. So we're going to mount this on top of the camera, or on top of the cage. So just like this. Let's put on a lens here. There you go. So we've got our Zine attached to this cage system now. Again, really solid system. If you guys are working, especially with like big lenses, a lot of accessories, you need to use a 15 mil base plate, because a lot of the accessories that you need to mount to 15 mil rods. And then obviously you have a lot of shoe options here, a lot of threaded options here, and a rotating top handle with a lot of mounts over here. So for instance, if I wanted to mount my audio preamp here, my Juice Link, I can add it over here. And so this would be a really nice place to put my Juice Link preamp here, so I can get really good audio. I've got all my XLR inputs here. I could see all my controls over here, my audio meters here, as well as on the screen, obviously. But a really nice place to put that. And I still have a shoe here if I wanted to add other things, or mounting options up here if I want to put all my wireless receivers. So, you know, having a cage allows you to really build this up with all your necessary tools on your camera. Okay, so at the end of the day, if you're traveling, you want to get this all back in the bag. Very easy to break the whole system down. We've got one screw here for the top handle, that comes off. Once again, it's a QR system for the base, so the whole camera system comes off here. And then you've got your two rods, which if you want to break them down, you can. And that's pretty much it. This will go in the bag, obviously take the lens off the camera. But very fast to break down, very fast to set up, and very functional too, because it's got a lot of cool things here, like the QR base plate for the 15mm, and then the tripod support for your Metabones lens adapter. So solid rig. Check it out. If you want more information, go to Shape's website. I'll have a link in the description of this video, or check out the blog cheesycam.com.